Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak English with Erika and Tony. This is episode 10, and today we're grabbing our popcorn to discuss a huge, and I mean huge, animated movie that's taken the world by storm. K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes, Tony, I am so ready for this. I don't think I recovered from my weekend. My eyes are still tired.
I can imagine. Did you manage to watch it then? I know you were looking forward to it.
Did I watch it? Tony, I watched it twice. I finished it on Saturday and then immediately rewatched it on Sunday. It was just that good. I had to binge watch it.
Weiss, wow. And you used a great phrase there, binge watch. For our listeners, to binge watch something means to watch many episodes of a TV show, or in this case, a movie, in a very short period of time. It's like you can't stop.
Exactly. You just have to know what happens next. And with this movie, the music, the action, you can't press pause. You know, back home in the Philippines, K-pop is practically a religion. So a movie like this, everyone is talking about it.
I see. I have to admit, I felt like I was living under a rock before you told me about it. That's an idiom that means you are unaware of popular trends or news. I had no idea this movie was so popular.
Oh, you were definitely living under a rock. But it's okay, you're here now, and trust me, the hype is real.
The hype is real, another great phrase. It means that the excitement and anticipation surrounding something are justified. It really is as good as people say. I must say I was a bit skeptical. I didn't know if I'd like a musical, but I'm curious.
Okay, good. So for you and for anyone who hasn't seen it, let me set the scene.
Yes, give us the plot summary. And remember, no spoilers. We want our listeners to enjoy the movie themselves.
No spoilers, I promise. So the movie is about this K-pop girl group called Hunter X. The members are Rumi, Mira, and Zoe. By day, they are world-famous idols. They sing, they dance, they are fashion icons. But by night, they are secret demon hunters. They protect the world from dark spirits that feed on human creativity.
Okay, that's a fascinating concept. Pop stars and demon hunters. I have a challenge for you, Erica. Can you describe that premise in 3 sentences using the words glamorous, undercover, and balance?
Ooh, a challenge. Okay, I can do this. Hunter X live a glamorous life in the public eye as K-pop superstars. They operate undercover using their concerts as a front for their secret missions to fight demons. The whole story is about their struggle to balance their demanding careers with their dangerous duty. How is that?
That was perfect. Excellent job. You really captured the core conflict. Now, when I was watching, the first thing that struck me was the animation. It was so vibrant.
Right? So colorful.
Exactly. For our listeners, the adjective vibrant means bright and full of energy. The movie's color palette was incredibly vibrant, especially during the concert scenes. It really popped off the screen.
And the music, the main song, Takedown, is so catchy. I can't get it out of my head. It's been on repeat all morning.
Catchy is the perfect word. It means a piece of music is easy to remember and sing along to. And because they're fighting for the fate of the world, you could say the situation is very high stakes.
High stakes.
Yes, a high-stakes situation is one where the risk is very high. If they fail, the consequences are severe. It's not just about winning a singing competition, it's about saving humanity.
Totally. And the movie shows flashbacks of their idol training, which makes the high stakes feel even more real. For people who don't know, idol training in Korea is incredibly intense. Young kids train for years in singing, dancing, and languages. They live together and have very strict rules. The movie exaggerates it for the demon hunting part, but the discipline and hard work, that's very real.
That's a fantastic cultural note. It adds another layer to their characters. So while watching, I picked up on some vocabulary, some K-pop speak that you use and I heard in the movie that I think our listeners would be interested in. Are you ready to be the teacher?
I was born ready. Let's do it. What's the first word?
Okay, the first one is stan. In one scene, a fan holds up a sign that says, "We stan Hunter/X." What does that mean?
That classic. Stan can be a noun or a verb. It means to be an extremely devoted, passionate fan of someone or something. It comes from an Eminem song, actually, but the K-pop community really adopted it. So, for example, I absolutely stan Mira. She's the coolest demon slayer in the group.
I see. So it's a stronger version of just being a fan. Okay, that leads to my next question. In the movie, the girls ask each other, who is your bias? What is a bias?
Your bias is your absolute favorite member of a group. You might love all of them, but you have a special connection to one. They're the one you pay the most attention to. So if someone asks, who is your bias in Hunter X, I would say Mira is my bias.
I see. So bias is your favorite. Got it. Next up, comeback. The main villain attacks right before the group's big comeback stage. Now, in English, a comeback usually means an artist returns after a long time away. Is it the same here?
That's a great question because it's a little different. In K-pop, a comeback just means the release of a new album or single. A group could have 2 or 3 comebacks in a single year. It's not about returning from retirement. It's a whole promotional period for new music. So the demons attacking before their comeback stage was the worst possible timing.
That makes so much more sense. My last word isn't slang, but it's very important in the movie. Synchronization.
Oh, yes. Synchronization is everything in K-pop. It means everyone dancing perfectly in time, making the same movements at exactly the same moment. In the movie, their amazing synchronization and dancing is what makes their demon fighting so effective. They move as one unit.
Fascinating. Okay, let me try to use these. So, my favorite band is the Beatles. I think I stan the Beatles. My bias is probably Paul McCartney. Is that right?
You are so close. You can definitely stand the Beatles, that works, but bias is really only used for groups that are currently active and have that kind of group dynamic, mostly in K-pop. For a classic Western band, you just say, my favorite member is Paul McCartney. But A plus for effort, Tony.
See, this is why we have you here, Erica. Thank you for the clarification. Now, I want to move on to our Learn with the Scene segment. There was one action scene in particular that was full of great vocabulary.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. The backstage battle.
Precisely. Can you set the scene for our listeners?
Okay, so Hunter X are in the middle of a huge live concert. The stadium is sold out. But they realize one of their backup dancers has been replaced by a demon in disguise. The demon is planning to attack them on stage, but they can't let the audience know anything is wrong, so they have to fight it while performing their song.
An incredible scene. The first action verb I want to focus on is to blend in. The demon tried to blend in with the other dancers. To blend in means to look like you belong with a particular group so no one notices you.
Right, he was wearing the same costume and trying to do the choreography, but he was just a little bit off. That's how Mira noticed him.
Exactly. And once they realized what was happening, the girls had to improvise.
Yes, to improvise. They started changing their dance moves on the spot to secretly attack the demon. One of them does a high kick that looks like part of the dance, but she's actually kicking the demon. It was so smart.
It was. To improvise means to make something up on the spot, without a plan. And their goal, using their improvised moves, was to banish the demon. This verb, to banish, means to send someone or something away, usually a spirit or a magical creature, and forbid it from returning.
They banished it with a final super-powered dance move at the end of the song. The crowd just thought it was special effects and went wild.
Which brings us to our idiom of the day, the show must go on. This phrase means that you must continue with what you are doing even if you are facing difficulties. The girls couldn't just stop the concert to fight a demon. The show had to go on.
That's such a good idiom for that scene. It makes me wonder, Tony, have you ever had a moment where the show must go on? A time you had to fake a smile and keep working even when things were going wrong?
Oh, definitely. I used to teach in a large classroom, and one time the projector completely died right in the middle of a very important presentation. I had no slides, no visuals, but I had a room full of students looking at me. I just had to take a deep breath, smile, and deliver the entire lesson from memory. The show had to go on.
Wow, I can't even imagine. That's a lot of pressure. You're basically a teaching superhero, Tony.
Hardly a superhero, but thank you. It's a useful skill to have. Now let's move on to our final segment, the review. Erica, you've seen it twice. I've seen it once. It's time for our official verdicts.
Okay, the moment of truth.
I'll go first. As the initial skeptic, I have to say I was completely won over. The animation style, which reminded me of movies like Spider-Verse, was absolutely stunning. The story was fun, the action was creative. My final rating for K-pop Demon Hunters is 4 out of 5 microphones.
A solid rating. I'm so glad you liked it. For me, it was an easy one. I loved seeing Filipino culture represented in one of the characters. The soundtrack is already my most played album of the year, and the message of balancing duty and passion was beautiful. I'm giving it a full 5 out of 5 light sticks.
High praise. Well, it sounds like this movie is officially Speak English with Erika and Tony approved. But you know what? I feel like we have so much more to say. I think it's time to enter the spoiler zone. For any listeners who haven't seen the movie yet, we recommend skipping ahead to the final minutes of the episode to avoid spoilers. But for those who have, let's get into it. Now, to help our listeners talk about this movie or any movie, let's finish with our shadowing lab. I will say a word or phrase used in movie reviews, and I'll leave a pause for you to repeat it. Ready? Gripping, cheesy, pacing, aesthetic, protagonist, antagonist, redemption arc, cinematography. That's all the time we have for today. Remember the 3 key phrases from this episode: binge watch, stan, and the show must go on. Until next time, goodbye everyone.
It was so much fun. Paalam, anyang.